Greetings, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to What It Takes Radio. And I have an interesting question for you today on 10 Minutes of Clarity. Is Facebook good for you? Could it be that the more you use Facebook, the worse you feel? Well, we're going to talk about that on What It Takes Radio. Yes, indeed, we're back for our Through the Work Weekday. Tuesday and Thursday, we just take 10 minutes of your time. 10 minutes for a little clarity, perhaps a little conviction, a thought, an idea that will be useful and helpful to you as you seek to build your entrepreneurial career, and particularly your entrepreneurial business, and maybe even better than that, an entrepreneurial way of life. That's the best, no matter what. It's a way that you live, it's a way you think, it's a way you work, and perhaps it's even a way that you worship the living God. I'm Stan Houston, and it's my privilege and pleasure to take this little time with you. And that's exactly what the subject was all about. A Harvard Business Review, through their weekly hot list, comes in every Monday with all of that other junk that you get on Monday. And most of it, of course, is I click and switch or unsubscribe or deal with the spam. It used to be that people were a little bit shy to spam me, but now they just do it now. And now, the weekly hot list from Harvard Business Review had a new, more rigorous study confirms the more you use Facebook, the worse you feel. Now, if you're interested in checking that out, you can go do that. I'm sure if you check it out, if you Google it, it will come up and you can check that out. Now, a couple of cautions, but why we're talking about this. I have come to the point where whenever I hear some pundit use these words, a poll, you know what? You can find and make a poll that will prove just about anything you want to. A study, let me tell you, I'm not a statistician, and I'm not really good at that stuff, but here's what I did learn in a little bit of graduate work when it comes to studies. You can almost make up and predict a study that will tell you or allow you to proclaim to the world just about whatever you want it to. So when anybody proclaims, and I talk about this and how to win an argument sometimes, is when anyone says a poll, you simply say in a nice way, so what? How do you know that's true? What difference does it make? Who cares? What does it matter? What does it tell us about the past? What does it tell us about right now? And what does it tell us about the future and what we should do? Nothing. A study. Again, so what? Somebody did a study. It doesn't mean that it's true. It doesn't mean anything. It just means they're going to try and win an argument by appealing to some higher and greater and more powerful authority. Don't fall for that crap. Sorry, I probably should have said that, but a lot of it, that's what it is in today's world. So, a study. Now, what the study goes on to say is that people who tend to be in Facebook a lot, and think this through. Facebook means is, first of all, you've got your face up to a small screen. And you're just simply interacting with the word and the pictures that are on the screen. First of all, that's not very good for you. In terms of the exercise or the energy or the working around, it is one of the worst things to do in terms of the fact that it just enhances your passivity. One of the best things that I can do is 4 times a day, I take my dog for a walk, and that's good for me. And then I swim, and then I walk again. Activity is good for you, and the more you are passive, the less you have energy, the less you actually create energy and use energy, the less energy you have. Someone said, the more you rest, the tireder you get. And perhaps that could be true. Again, let that sit on your head for a while. But here's the real point. going on down from that, here's something else that they discovered in the same idea about business writing. A face-to-face request is 34 times more successful than an email. Now, I use email all the time, and I kind of hate it because let me tell you this vital fact. An email is lousy for communication. It is only good for information. I work with an organization called Fiverr. I do a whole lot of video and audio and production work through the Fiverr network. I get lots of clients and customers from all over the world. I'll tell you a little bit about that. But the only way they allow you to communicate is through a rather clunky Fiverr email thread, in which the font is too small, it's a bad color, and it's hard to work. It's a lousy way to communicate because communication is relationship. It literally means that you're face to face. You're being heard. Your story is being told. It is full presence to another. So a face-to-face request is 34 times more successful than an email. Here's the point I want you to listen to for a little clarity. It is a digital world, and I will be the first to admit that. I literally was in contact with clients and customers all over the world through the digital platforms that I have, through the audio, through the video, through the textual contacts that allow me to literally be in a small studio, in a small office, in the southern state of Arizona in the USA, and be talking with you and with people who I know and trust. And literally I now have friends, deep friends, it seems, with people that I have never had the personal contact. However, the digital must lead to the incarnational. That means I've got to begin to know you. And I've got to begin to experience you. Now, face to face. I just did, as many organizations are discovering, their website is boring. By the way, your website is probably boring too. Most are. But what they're discovering is the beginning, the first page of the stage, as I say. Because it's a stage. You're saying, welcome to my business, welcome to our firm, welcome to our organization. And you open the curtain and somebody steps forward and says, let me tell you a story. I can help you. This is what we're about. And there you have eyeball to eyeball. Because trust is in the eyes. I talk. I speak. I smile, I laugh, I become human, and all of a sudden, even though it is mediated through the electronic ether media, it has gone slightly from digital to incarnational. It is a little more personal, it is a little more relational, because there is a human being, moving, talking, smiling, doing the things that people do, and there is the power. It's not true face-to-face, but it's pretty close, and it's always better than text, and it's always better than graphics, and it's always better than an infographic. It's always better than an Instagram. It's always better because it's real. Real people talking to real people. That's right. Face-to-face request is 34 times more successful than an email. And you know what? Spending too much time on Facebook is not good for you. In fact, the more time you spend on Facebook, you know what? The worse you may feel. Well, just let that sit on your head for a while. And thank you for taking time. I'm Stan Houston. This is your service for those of you who want to be entrepreneurs in the digital entrepreneurial economy, and you're open to learning that there's great power in being a spirit-led entrepreneur. You know that that is part of what it takes. Hey, all the best and blessings to you. Stick around. We're going to be going all week, and we've got a number of good things for you to help you make your mark and discover what it takes. All the best. Bye for now.